Hello, everyone. Today we are talking about topic Ensofic Reiki, and we have here honor to host Ipsissima Kate Bartram Brown, who is a member of Council of 12 Women, part of the leadership team which is running the Modern Mystery School worldwide, and she is also co-leader of the Western World Healers Academy and the PhD in natural medicine, and the CEO of globally successful award-winning business Minimi Yoga that has been running over 10 years and 40 countries worldwide. This is yoga for children, right?
Yes, it is. That's right. Yes.
Okay, so cool. But yeah, today we are talking about Ensofic Reiki system, which gonna be first time in Estonia in June. And maybe Ipsissima Kate, can you share about your story about Ensofic Reiki and why you are teaching that?
Yeah. So it's a really interesting thing because I stumbled upon Reiki many years ago, and I didn't really know what it was, but I knew when I was a child that I felt something different that was coming from my hands, and that sounds kind of bonkers, I know, but it was soothing, something soothing. So I didn't know what it was. And then many years later, I stumbled across this thing called Reiki. And so I did the Reiki training. I must have been in my early 20s at that point. Did the Reiki training and, just used it a little bit here and there. Nothing, I was an entrepreneur at the time. I was, very busy. I just used it for myself. And then as the years progressed, I started to follow different types of Reiki because in the Western world, for those of you who don't know, there's many different types of Reiki out there now. Some do angelic Reiki or Usui Reiki or this or and what have you. But so I was trying lots of different things, and nothing really quite gelled with me. And then I found the mystery school, and this opportunity came up to study in Suffolk Reiki. And I was like, oh, and I'll be honest with you, I'm going to be totally honest. I was like, well, I've done Reiki before. I'm not, but the tools in the mystery school had always served me really well. And they were
Mhm.
always way beyond that I could ever have imagined. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to give this a go. Let me just give this a go and see. So I went in with an open mind, but with all of this, other experience that I had had. And I trained for the 6 days with Sovereign Ipsissimus Hedetto, who is the leader of the global leader of Ensofic under founder Goodney and such like. And what I experienced, really, I couldn't put into words. It was something so profound, not only the teachings, but the reason why we are able to wield this ray, this Ensofic ray, why
Mhm.
we are able to do that, where it comes from, the history of it, the correct protocol of it. Because what I found is that with other systems that I had tried, there was always, I don't know, it was always varied things that were happening. And I never really, connected with like one of them. But this was a very clear structure and it's very clean and it was very pure. So my own direct experience of it, I was like, okay, I want to do this. And so I really just started working with the Ensofic Reiki just to see what the results were.
Mhm.
And when I started applying it to my clients, I mean, miracles were happening. So that's why I decided I wanted to be an apprentice and then a teacher of Ensofic Reiki because it is it's not a weekend training. It's not a to be a teacher of Ensofic Reiki is a very detailed apprenticeship and it takes a long time. We have to do a lot of hours of case studies. We really have to use it and understand it, and then all
Mhm.
the physical teachings which actually come within each of these days, and we have to be able to share those as well. So that's why I decided to be an Ensofic Reiki teacher.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful story. Yeah. I did study this like some months ago, and I don't have any other experiences from the other Reikis. So, but for me, it was working really well too. But maybe can you explain from your experience what differences did you um, noticed, or what makes Ensofic Reiki different from other Reiki systems?
Yeah. It's hard to put into words if I'm truthful, but what I know from my own personal studies and my own deep research, and obviously, as you know, I'm a doctor of natural medicine, and I have also studied in the mystery school for many, many, many years. And the thing that I bring it down to is that it's lineage. It's pure lineage.
Mm-hmm.
And in that, all of the energetic keys are there. All of the energetic keys are present. And so, therefore,
Okay.
you're not receiving part of a system. You're not receiving a little a clip of a system and what have you. You're receiving the whole thing. And for me, that has been my experience through the entire study with the mystery school, that every modality I receive or every teaching is the complete system. It's the complete, it has all of the what we would call energetic keys, the keys. So for me, definitely. I mean, you could say like the practical things, it's like, okay, the protocol. Um, it is actually for those of you that have studied Jikadin Reiki, which is very pure as well. And I'd be very excited if you've studied Jikadin Reiki, because I love Jikadin Reiki as well. If you studied Jikadin Reiki, you're going to have studied in quite a strict and pure lineage, and which is great. And then when
Mm-hmm.
you experience the Ensofic, you'll be like, whoa. So we
Oh,
have,
really?
yeah, we have a lot of people that have come to us as Reiki masters, and very humble,
Uh-huh.
and with a an empty cup, come to just to experience and say, I would like to try,
Mm-hmm.
and they've all said the same thing. It is very different. It is very different.
Is
In you know
Yeah, is it like fair to say that Solomon lineage adds kind of like energetic bigger container to that Reiki, that the structure around this, and then makes the overall quality higher, or?
Well, it's an unbroken lineage, so it's been handed
Mm.
down exactly as it was handed down in the beginning. So, of course, anything that's not diluted along the way is going to be more powerful. Just
Yeah.
like if you were pouring some orange squash or juice, if you pour it as in its original form, it's going to stay in its original form as you pour it from glass to glass. But if
Mm-hmm.
you're taking, a little bit and adding a little bit of water in each stage, then you're going to get diluted. So as is unbroken lineages, it's handed down exactly as it's supposed to, and of course that means it's super powerful. And of
Yeah.
course, then it is always received. All the teachers are initiates. So in our
Mm-hmm.
lineage, we hold this light and this power through the power of initiation, and that enables us to hold 10 times more light at the adept level, 100 times more light at the Healers Academy level, and so on and so on. So, of
Mm-hmm.
course, as adepts, we are able to manage our energy structure. We are trained in how to set space, set energy, all these different types of things,
Yeah.
the way that we live our life. And I suppose I could give you the secret of why. I think I can. In all systems, in all true lineage systems, it's not just how you do a healing, it is the way that you're living your life
Mm.
that
Yeah.
determines the miracles that happen. So, within Sophic, of course, we are adepts, we are initiates, we are living from a positive state of mind. We're consciously working on our negative ego. We are doing our very best to be positive and to live a good life and be good to people and all the rest of it. So, of course, that is going to ensure that the quality of the ray that is delivered to you is
Yeah.
is super powerful.
Yeah. Yeah. I totally understand it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe some example how does it benefit people? What people are getting from this 3 days? What's gonna happen here in Estonia?
Mm. It's always hard to say, I say. It's always hard to say. But what we know is that you're going to come out with the ability to share Ensofic Reiki for yourself and for others. So that's for sure. You're going to come out with that. You're going to be able to wield this with this ray, this Ensofic Reiki. And so, number one, you're going to be able to do that on yourself every day or whenever you choose. So that's huge. But of course, then if you've got friends and family, because maybe you don't want to be a professional healer, I get it. Not everybody does. But
Mm-hmm.
then, children, oh my goodness, children love Ensofic Reiki. Oh, the amount of times my son, when he not having a good day, or he's older now, so but when he was little, I would do the Ensofic Reiki for him, and he still sometimes asks for it now, but it's very calming for children, obviously adults as well. Pets love it. So you're going to be able to come out with this really practical tool that actually helps. So it soothes, it heals, it brings light, it helps the body, soul, the spirit. So it's very powerful. So that's the 2 days. That's the foundation. You'll come out with a lot of metaphysical understanding and teaching, so that you'll receive those as well. So they're very deep, which is tremendous. And then you're also going to receive, on the third day, the ability to do Ensofic at a distance. So you'll be able to do that. So, for example, if you can't get to a family member, or if you can't get to a client, then in person, then you can do this at distance, which has been tremendous, especially to mention the COVID times in particular, because everybody remembers this tool was so powerful to have, because we were able to help so many people.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, you will learn something called the bad habits. So if you or a client or family member have bad habits, you learn a session that will help eradicate that. So you're going to come out with a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Now, from a healing perspective, that part I don't know, because those 3 days are very healing, because you're going to be practicing, you're going to be experiencing the ray, you're going to be receiving many attunements. And so all of this then is your unique experience. So it's going to, we use these words clean, but we feel sparkly after. I think that's just the best way I can
Yeah.
explain it. It's we feel sparkly, because all of that stuff that you've been carrying, all those patterns and maybe just life, just things have stuck. It's like you come out feeling very refreshed. I can't ever promise anything, because the way that we experience energy is very unique to us, but
Mm-hmm.
there's some of the things that people have said. They feel a lot more calmer, they feel a lot more at peace. I certainly did. So yeah, there's a lot that you'll come out with.
Mm-hmm. So amazing. Yeah. Thank you. I am practicing for myself the Ensofic Reiki now daily, um, from the, I think, February or what, when it happened in Romania. And I have done a couple of some sessions for the people as well, and all the sessions have had really strong positive benefits. One of my customers said that she can sleep way better after the session, and headache was gone, And so, and I really, what I'm really enjoying and what I really like about this Reiki is that the effects are so immediate.
Yeah.
The outcome is so quickly happening. That this is really really cool. Maybe can you share some success, most coolest, amazing success stories from your experience?
Well, I've got a few, but I mean, I've got many, but I've got a few that might be quite fun. I don't know. So, one day I trapped my finger in a set of metal steps. You know, the big steps that you climb up and
Mm-hmm.
they fold, and my finger got trapped in it and immediately drew blood, and so I had a cut, and it was very painful. And Kasha, who you know was with me, it was in the
Mm-hmm.
storeroom, the office, and I was like, "Oh my goodness!" She obviously was like that, you know, horrified. And I said, "It's okay, don't worry. I'm going to apply Ensofic." And so I applied Ensofic to it, and within no more than 5 minutes, the cut had completely gone, and I had no
Wow,
bruising at all. So that was kind of fun. So we
that's
always
crazy.
laugh about that one. Yeah, that was
Mm-hmm.
really good. Um, Another one, a lady that I worked with, her mother had a stroke, and she had not had verbal communication for 9 months. And she said, "Look, we just don't know what else to do. Is there anything that you can do?" And I said, and by the way, this lady was being treated at one of the top hospitals in London. And you know, she had been flown there privately. I mean, she was getting the best, very best care.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "Well, look, I let's try in Suffolk. You know, I can't promise anything." And so on the second session, she started to have a full conversation with her daughter, which she hadn't been able to do for 9 months. And she said that she felt like a weight had been lifted off her so that she could actually start speaking again. So that was
Wow,
pretty amazing.
that was
Um,
remote Reiki. Yeah.
no, in person. I went
Ah.
in person, did that.
Mm-hmm.
Another one is that I was in South Africa, and I was actually monitoring, helping train somebody in a class, and it was this beautiful restaurant and like cafe, and then they had these beautiful rooms that you did you know, workshops and such like in. The lady who was behind the counter, the the teapot or the whatever it was exploded with boiling water and went all over her. So this is scalding hot water all over her stomach.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it's quite tough to get an ambulance, you know, such like in South Africa. So somebody went to go and get a car to, and I said, "Well, look, in the meantime, let me just do Ensofic for her." And so it was a good 20-30 minutes of me doing Ensofic because it took a while to go get the car, bring, you know, and such like. By the
Mm-hmm.
time she got to the hospital, it was just a red mark. There was no skin peeling off because this was red hot boiling water.
Mm-hmm.
And she actually came back to work that day. She wanted to thank me. She said, have no idea how I don't have, you know, third-degree burns. I have no, and it had completely just, you know, just a bit of red, a little bit of something, but
Yeah,
yeah, it's pretty powerful.
and especially helpful, especially in the physical
Yeah.
issues. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, for me as well, when I was studying for my research paper, I had to do a lot of reading. I mean, I was reading, whew, 12 hours a day. I mean, it was just insane. And I, you know, I had a lot, very heavy books to go through, and, you know, and I was doing my Ensofic practice every single day. And from that, my mind was so sharp and so clear that I was able to recall where chapters or lines or sentences that I needed for my research books were in my
Mm.
gazillion books. I could just pick them up, flick them through them and go like this. So
Mm-hmm.
it's yes for the physical, but for the mind, for the clarity, for the balance, for your emotions to be balanced, for you to make good decisions. I mean, it really is it's like a one-stop, shop of a package in that.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah, that's so amazing. I'm so happy that we are able to bring it to Estonia, to Estonian
Yes.
people. It's yeah, it's happening in 17 till 19 June and open for initiates, but you all have who are interested, you all have opportunity to do the empower themselves before and 6th and 7th of June, and then join with Ensofic Reiki class. And yeah, thank you so much for taking time there, Ipsissima Kate, and we'll see you then in June. And
Yes, I can't wait.
yeah, and currently there are only limited 10 people in
Yeah.
the class, right?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, because as the attunements they take time and such like. So yeah, it would be amazing. And if you have any questions, please don't, hesitate to get in touch. I'll do my best to answer them. I
mhm.
really will. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much,
Thank you.
and see you
Bye,
soon in
everyone.
Estonia. Bye bye.
Yes.